very strong power, like, protection, okay? And by here in the 3D, but most importantly, spiritually, okay? Keep your fucking guard up against these people. A Capricorn could be protecting you, or you could be the Capricorn. There's something very significant about a Capricorn here. And an Aquarius. Yeah, these people from your past, everything's being balanced out, okay? And it's another Scorpio, but the Scorpio hasn't shown its face on the board yet. It's just been during the shuffles. So maybe it's like, a Scorpio. Maybe it's a Scorpio trying to hide. Maybe it could be a Scorpio, okay? Because the Scorpio didn't. It only showed in the pre-shuffle, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a Scorpio. It's after. That's after this bitch, or it's a Scorpio that's trying to run. Put the roles where they fit, or you could be the Scorpio. But there's a Scorpio hiding. So maybe it's a Scorpio that's trying to run from something like that's happening here. I don't know. Put the roles where they fucking fit. But it's somebody, these people from your past. Everything's being balanced out with them. All right. Also, you might have a child coming back. All right. Reach out to others with love and compassion. Yeah. Somebody might be trying to reach out to you with love and compassion. Somebody from your past. They might to balance things out. It could be a Capricorn, or you could be I don't know. Something very significant about a Capricorn. Nostalgia, memories, healing, comfort, steady gain, pleasure after hardship. You're about to have a lot of pleasure after hardship, okay? Because you're getting your justice. And 4 plus 4 is 8. 8, 8. Abundance, prosperity. And these bitches are going to straight prison. You're getting abundance, prosperity while they go straight to fucking hell in prison. And there's actually 5 plus 3, that's 8. So 8, 8, 8. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. So 8, that's a lot of 8s. You're about to get blessed beyond measure while they go straight to prison. And then 5 plus 4 is 9. So 9, 9. You're compassionate new beginnings while they don't. Okay, we had the six of cups at the bottom of the deck, and the passionate beginnings. You have I was just talking about a child. It could be a child or somebody from your past, not anybody with negative energy. It's somebody like either you just parted ways. It's either your child, maybe it was taken. Maybe this child was taken from you. Somebody abused their power to take this child, or you could still have custody of this kid. It could be it could even be somebody could have been doing work on you and your child or your children, or getting in the ear of your child and turning them against you. That's going to be straightened out. Or you could have had a child taken from you or children taken from you. But by abuse of power, you're going to get that kid back, all right? Or those children back. Just make sure you stay praying up, okay? Stay praying and don't, all right, stay praying on it and just know that it's happening, all right? I know it's hard to say, well, don't be thinking the negative part about it. I know, it's your children. I trust me, I fucking know. But what I'm saying is, when you're a master manifester, so what you want to, when you're constantly worrying about the worst, okay, and what you don't have, that's what you're manifesting, and you need to know that it's coming, all right? Especially what's your name? I can't think of your name. I'm seeing it in my third eye too. But your cat, Doris, all right, and Robbie. This could even be about your kitty cat, okay? I don't know. I just seen your being against my ass. Why can't it? You know what I'm talking about. Your cat, okay? I just seen I just seen one of your things in my third eye with Doris and Robbie. I just seen a little black cat, and then I seen Doris and Robbie. Someone's name could be Doris. Someone's name could be Robbie, okay? But how you're constantly worrying about your cat's happy birthday to Doris too, and how you're always hyper focused on not having the cat. You need to just know you're getting your cats back, okay? Because your cats are children too. They're your fur babies. They're your animals, or your you take care of them. It's your child. Same with plants. You know what I mean? Same exact thing. But obviously not the same exact, but you know what I'm talking about. You're caring, you're loving, you're nurturing them. You raise them. All right. So it's the same. You know what I mean? It is, but it's not. But you know what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, to stop focusing on you not having it, because that's what you're manifesting in. Just know have it in your head. You need to realign your thoughts to a higher perspective, and just like, all right, well, at least, all right, yeah, now, like with your situation, okay, hun, you're in a home, like, yeah, it's not you, that's you, that's in the that has to go to a homeless shelter, right? So just think like at least your cats aren't with you during that process. Know that they're, just know that you're about to get the help that you need, right? And that, they don't have to be juggling around with you, right? They're somewhere safe. They're not in stress or anything. And stuff like, say like, just think of it that way, and just know that God's gonna make a way for you. God's gonna find a way. Oh, I looked at a tree and it looks like the shape of a heart. God's found is gonna find a way for you, and at least they're in a steady spot right now, right? And you're gonna get your kitties back, and everything's gonna be fine. When you're constantly thinking, oh man, I miss my cat. I miss my cat. I want my cat back. That's what you're manifesting. Okay, so you need to be like, all right, just know, put the order into God, into the universe, right? And just know that you're about to have your own place. You're going to have a nice solid foundation, and then you're going to have your kitty cats back. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. Same with your children. Okay, I don't know why that was very significant. But I just kept getting that in my third eye. So maybe that's why it's not happening for you too, because you're constantly thinking about what you don't have. You have to, that you just, be grateful for what you have right now, whatever the situation is. Okay. And just, I'm not saying that you're not, no, I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying that's how you're going to manifest, sooner. I just want you to be able to manifest, what you're trying to desire. That's how you manifest. But whatever, because your thoughts are very powerful, your words are very powerful. And what you're thinking, that's a signal you're putting out into the universe that I don't have it. So that's what the universe is going to match you with when you're like, all right, I do have it, and just know that it's and feel it. Whatever you're trying to manifest, just know that's happening. Now, same with with the child and everything else, but that was very significant. I just kept seeing that in my third eye. My ears are ringing right now. Damn, another 8. Damn, there's another 8, another 8, another 8. There's so many 8s out here. Because 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3, and then also this way, this way, that way, that way. Oh, but that's what I was saying. The six of cups. There's somebody from your past, whether it's your child or somebody that maybe like when you went to school with or something, or you knew when you're younger. It could be family members, whatever the situation is. But it's not any negative energy. It's like you're going to be coming back into union. It could even be our animal, um, whatever the situation is. Yeah. Something secretly being balanced out, continue moving in silence, all right? But all these lies, everything's being balanced out from all these lies, betrayals, manipulation, and everything else. Be careful of seeing things that are not there, okay? Because all the manipulation, there could be a Scorpio trying to, it doesn't have to be, or you could be the Scorpio. There's either a Scorpio that was trying to secretly trying to block your path, or you're the Scorpio, you healed, and now you have a clear path, okay? Put the rules work if it. They're caught. Yeah, they're caught. They could have tried to sacrifice you with the moon, and then the hangman. They could have tried to sacrifice you. Your family's caught for holding on, for trying to hold you back and holding on to something that belongs to you, something tangible that belongs to you. Maybe she got arrested. She could have got arrested, or that he or she, whatever. They tried to sacrifice you. 23 can be significant. They were paying people. They were paying people to try to get you to frame you into sacrifice. They paid for moon magic. It was a sacrificial ritual. They tried to sacrifice you. Everything's being balanced out because somebody got arrested, or they're caught for doing it, and they're about to get arrested. Put the rules where they fit. Now, yeah, because look, 2 plus 3, right? That's 5. Then we just have another 5. Oh, yeah, and then another 2 plus 3, that'll be 5. So 5, 5 is 10. 10, 10, completion, end of a cycle. And there's also another 10 here, so you can do another 10, 10, you know what I mean? This way, this way, this way, this way. There's a lot, you completed out a lot of cycles. And then 5, yeah, and then another one, so that's equal another one here, then another one here, another one here, and go on and on and on. You're completing out a lot of cycles, okay? And you're heavily, yeah, they're protected from the sacrificial ritual or any of these idiots, what they're trying to do. All right, and now somebody got arrested, somebody got caught, and they're trying to get their asses out of trouble. They're asking for immunity. They're gonna get, it could be an Aquarius or a Scorpio, somebody is, okay? It could even be a fucking Leo, I don't know. Or you could be any of the sign. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna be different for each one of you, right? So somebody got caught online for doing some weird shit. They're paying people to also record you, to stalk you, to cyberbully you. Sorry, I'm trying to slow down. All right, sorry, I catch myself talking fast. And then when I catch myself, I try to slow it down. All right, so yeah, they're caught for paying people to try to get you, to have you in your head, and to trying to sacrifice you, and to make you lose out on opportunities. Now they're the ones losing out on opportunities because they're being watched by the authorities. And somebody here, now it's a protection order here. Somebody got arrested, or they went and turned themselves in because they were scared for their own life. Because one, they know they're already caught. Two, whoever this family member is, or someone you consider to be family, whoever this was, that was like the main person behind stealing whatever this was for you. I mean, from you. I mean, they what do you call it? They paid for a hitman to take your life. Now this hitman is coming for them and their family and their child, and they're now finally thinking about their child or their grandchild or their niece or nephew, whomever this is. It's a small child. It could be like a little kid, possibly a little girl. Doesn't have to be. It could be a little boy. Yeah, because you see this little child here is in black. They're trying to protect, like black, like obsidian. That's like protection, right? They're trying to protect this little kid. And look, she's like has her head down. She's very ashamed of what she has done. She's very ashamed of what she has done. So now she realized what she did. She put her child, or her or he or she, okay, but I don't know why I'm picking up her. Um, he or she put their child or their niece, their nephew, their grandchild, whatever the situation is, in great danger. She's very ashamed of herself. She didn't give a fuck though when she was doing this to you or here. I keep saying she, so it has to be a she. Oh shit, yeah, and I just looked down here and I seen the hitman. Like that's how my gifts work. Like I'll look in, like for a split second, and, things will either glow, like they'll look bold, or they'll glow, like they'll like look like they'll stick out to me, or like it'll look different, right? I looked down and they literally said the hitman, and for a second, and then it switched back to the hangman. So yeah, the hitman. Maybe the hitman got caught. Either the hitman got caught, or the hitman's now coming after her. The one that she paid to come, to come after you is coming after her now. And now they're protecting you, or this is like a protection order. Keep your guard up, okay? You're too protected from this fucking sacrifice. They're trying to sacrifice you and or your family. Death. Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio. They tried to do a sacrificial death ritual on you. Fuck out of here, pussy. And they got caught doing this. They're being watched by the authorities doing this sacrificial death ritual too. Douchebags. Growth always means leaving something behind. You might be, yeah, you're about to be moving on. You yourself are coming out of rough waters and smooth sailing, and you're about to be, you could possibly, I feel like you're definitely, because they know about this, they know how people were being paid to unalive you. All right, so they're going to be arresting everybody whenever this happens, and he or she or whatever this is going on is telling about everything. But anyway, the authorities already know about this shit. They just haven't done anything. They're protecting you in the background because there's a huge investigation going on here. They can't blow their cover, but they are still protecting you. And like what's going to happen is, like, anytime like somebody comes to try to come do, they're watching their every fucking move. So before anybody could even get into your, first of all, you're too protected. God's not going to allow that to happen. But even if like the authorities are watching closely to you, so yes, they're in your devices, but they're in your devices. They're protecting you. They're also in these people's devices. All right, and And now they're listening to everything that they're plotting and planning, and they're following the hitman and everything else. And I feel like the hitman knows about this shit. And this is either the hitman got picked up, or she did, or she turned herself in, or whatever the situation is. And she's like trying to, I don't know, something like that's happening here. And like, so say if whenever they put a hit out, somebody gets arrested. Somebody, instead, like, because the cops know about that, they'll pull them over. And I feel like that's what happened. I feel like somebody got arrested with like weapons or something, and they knew that this person was coming, but they pulled him over for whatever, for like a tail light being out, right? And then they ended up getting caught with these weapons. It could be like, I don't know why I'm seeing something explode, like something like that. I just heard pipe, pipe, without getting me some about that. Somebody got this. I don't know. This could have been 6 months to a year ago. Picking up on a masculine energy. Something was in the trunk of a vehicle. Something's going to put this person away for quite some time. They were planning to use this on you. It was a way. It was like a hit. Yeah, and this person got pulled over for like a tail light being out, or whatever the situation was, like a turn signal off, or their light went, like, a headlight was out, something like that, or brake light, and or like they're recklessly driving. I doubt somebody would be recklessly driving with that, really fucking dumb if they are. And then within doing that, and like it looked like it was just like a tail light. Maybe there wasn't even a tail light out. It was the cops knew what the fuck they were planning. The cops, because they're listening to them, right? The cops were listening to them, so they got pulled. They pulled over for like a tail light being out. Oh, let's just search your cars or anything in here, and all of a sudden they find fucking pipe in the trunk. I'm specifically picking up that in the trunk, and that person that got arrested told on everybody. There's a lot of people. That's just one incident out of this. That was one incident out of this. There was many, multiple different times. The cops know about every single one because they've been watching them for a while. But now she's been working with the police this whole fucking time. She's been picking people off left and right, and she's been paying people to do her dirty work for her, right? And so this way her hands were clean, and then she was like giving them drugs or like whatever, paying them off, whatever she was doing. She was getting like people, so this way it would be easy for her to be like, oh yeah, promise them the world, right? Just give them a little bit of drugs here and there. And then like, wait until they're sick and they're like, oh yeah, or whatever the situation is, or when they're feeding for their drugs, right? And then she would go, yeah, well here, you want, I'll look you out heavy, let's go do this, and promise them the world with your finances, right? Yeah, when I get this, you're going to be set, you're going to be set. And then making it look like she was even doing that to other people too, like having it look like they got pulled over for stupid little that pipe thing. That was because the cops heard, they knew what was going on, so the cops like pulled them over before they could even have a chance. That's like, for instance, that's how they're protecting you, and they're still like by your house too, just in case they come to your, you know what I mean? They're there listening to everything that they're doing. So, but they just can't come in and do anything yet because it's going to blow the cover, and they're picking off people here and there, and there's some people that got picked up on drug charges or warrants, for their arrest or whatever, and they've been working with the feds because every time they lock people up, and it's when they know that they got enough on the person, but they grab the person, right? Now, there's some people that have warrants for a while, and they're like, why are they not getting picked up yet? And the cops been letting them go. It's because the cops waiting to have enough on them to be able to, like, pussy, look, I know you got this, you did this, you did this, you did this. You're looking at about 30 years in prison, so what are you going to do for me, right? And they're waiting until they're sick or something like that, especially when they're drug addicts. They're fucking geniuses. They're smart as fuck. They're just not so about the feds. They're extremely intelligent. So they, like, and they tell the local police to leave them alone because they'll mess with their investigation. Because if they don't have enough to, they don't have enough to put them away for, when they get arrested, they have to tell them the charges, right? So that's why they need to, that's why they're being very strategic about this. And then, but if it comes to the point where they're coming to hurt you, then they're going to pick them up and they're going to be like, well, look, we had this recording, because that's enough, right? You're trying to invoke harm to somebody. You are putting a hit out on somebody, so that's enough right there. They can pull that motherfucker right then and there, and that's what they're doing. But they're also letting these people dig themselves in deeper by listening and then waiting until they have to pick the person up, all right? And then that was what they've been doing over like a while now. They've been picking up people here and there, just picking them up, picking them up, picking them up, picking them up, and then telling them like, all right, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to work with me or not? And then they're doing this, and then they're waiting until there's enough evidence there to put them away where the person's like, oh fuck, I'm not trying to go, like what? And she's also been locking people up left and right, making it look like it's just like little, stupid things here and there. And then, but that was a stupid move on her behalf because that was her way of getting rid of them and thinking that, all right, well, now it looks like she didn't do anything. And, oh, yeah, well, when you get out, and she was planning on just, and she was offing people too. She's fucked. But then, then these people they like everybody else thinks they're getting picked up just for stupid little warrants, this, that, and the other. And no, or a tail light being out or whatever the situation is. But no, they're not putting it in the newspapers or public records yet because they need to use these people, right? I feel like the pipe thing, the pipe thing, I feel that might have been in the papers. I'm not sure, but either way, they're that person's there spilling fucking beans about everything. But like these other people, they think that they're just going in. This is why, like, if somebody's been in and out of like, they had like some of the people, like you're like, oh well, how is this person, like they're constantly getting in trouble and they're coming right out? And it's because they're what's really going on is they're working with the police. They're coming out, they're setting people up, they're going back in, then setting more people up, and they're working with the feds is what it is. And I don't know, she's also in people, she's not only in just your phone, she's in your phone, but she's in other people's phones. She found out, or maybe there's something about a hacker here. And I feel like the hitman hacked her phone and found out she was working with the police and planning to do him in too, or did. Because the hitman is very intelligent, actually. The hitman is like IT tech, or I feel like he's military. He was in the military, possibly, has military background. And he ended up hacking her because he used to trust her. He hacked her device or something like that and found out she was doing him fucking dirty as all hell, and that was lying to him. And now she's scared for her life because he's coming for her and her child or her grandchild or something. Because he realized she's the one that put him away in the past too, or was planning to put him away, whatever the situation was. And maybe like fucked up his relationship or something like that. So he's like, all right, you want to take something that this person's like a straight narcissist. This motherfucker does not give a fuck. And like, even so with a narcissist, even if you don't do something wrong to the person and they just feel like if you didn't agree with them, they're getting you back. Okay, even if you didn't do something wrong to the person, if they just feel like you're not submitting to them, they're gonna do you dirty as fuck. Now he found out she did him dirty as all get out, and like made him lose out on whatever, and was planning to take his freedom, possibly his life. All right, so he's like, oh hell to no. So I'm gonna take everything that you love from you. Because I feel like she took something that, whether it was his freedom or like she tried to. If she didn't, she tried to, or she was going to, she was planning to. So she's going to fucking tell him. She's like surrendering. I'm strongly getting she's surrendering, or she got picked up, or she's going to surrender. And it's in community. Even though she was the mastermind behind it all, like what the fuck? Because they're also being my left ear's ringing. They're also being watched by the authorities doing the sacrificial death ritual. Maybe he fucking, I don't know. Some about the hitman like hacked her device and found out what she was doing, and now he's coming for her. And she knows he's about that life, and she's not protected. You are. And this is what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? She tried to put a hit out on you, and like, maybe, and I'm strongly picking on, I just keep seeing the Empress card. I feel like this is like a mother figure. This doesn't have to be your mother. It could be someone you look at. This could be a friend's mom. Okay? It could be anybody. It could be your mom. It could be an aunt. It could be a grandmother. It could be anybody. But like, especially if it's someone that you looked at as a mother, and if she has a child, confirmation. Okay? And she tried to take your life and your divine being, you best fucking believe that's what's going to happen to her kid. What goes around comes around, and it's going to be 10 times worse. So she didn't get to take your life, but she attempted to many times. So now there's going to be many attempts on her life and her unfortunately. Maybe, and I feel like she has older children, and I feel like this is her grandkid, though. I feel like it's her grandchild. I don't feel like, because I feel like the energy I'm picking up on, I feel like she's too old to have a child. Or her health is too, you know what I mean? She wouldn't be able to have another child. Maybe she's fixed. Maybe she's already not fixed. Maybe she's like she just it's either her health or she's not at childbearing age. But I feel like but it's a smaller child. So I feel like it could be a grandchild or a niece or nephew. You're getting past in the beginning. You're having a major rebirth, and when something goes, with death comes a rebirth, right? Some things have to end for new things to begin. And they're begging. She's begging for a passion in the beginning. She's begging. She's like, she don't give a fuck if she has to do it in prison or not. She just doesn't want her. She's finally thinking of her child or grandchild or whoever this is. She's trying to protect this child with the black. See, that child's in the black. And she's very ashamed of herself. Her head's down and covered. See how the child's head's not covered, but hers is? Ooh. Yeah, see how it just fell over top of here? She has no forward movement. She's trying to run. She can't, so she has no other option but to either surrender or be taken in. See how her head's covered and she's bowing down, and like she's like has her head down because she's ashamed of herself. This person here, this little child, is in black. She's finally thinking of protecting this child instead of her own fucking ass for once. And see how this child's like head's not covered. It's like, but hers is. But she's protecting. She's very ashamed of what she did. And how far this went. It was so cute and funny though, right? When she was doing this to you, she thought it was so fucking. She thought it was hilarious. It was the funniest thing in the world when you were out here, you know, uh, when you were out here, like feared for your life because she was literally paying people to do this to you. She thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Not so fucking funny now, is it, bitch? You're way more powerful than this client or any of these people. Sorry, guys, but that's what it is. This bitch tried to take your life many a times. That's exactly what she is, and I'm unapologetically going to say that's exactly what the fuck she is. You're too powerful for this, okay? You're a very loving, nurturing, caring person, okay? Your person knows this too. Your person has a lot of love for you. Support yourself before you can support others, and that's what she's finally starting to figure out. Like, oh shit, but that's what she was planning the whole time, dude. She wasn't planning on supporting nobody. She was just having her little fucking plans. That's all she was caring about was supporting herself. She didn't give a fuck about nobody else. She was using everybody. This bitch is a master manipulator. She lost everything coming for you, homie. Virgo could be significant. She lost everything coming for you. She tried to steal from you. This was like whatever this was that she stole. It was supposed to make you, set for probably the rest of your life. Now they're losing out on opportunities. They're pissed off that you're single, self-sufficient, independent, or on your way there. She has a lot of setbacks now in poverty because she came from you. She's in a lot of danger. And they wanted all these rewards without doing the fucking work. She wanted to see how this landed over top of the four of Pentacles. She didn't want. She was very fucking lazy. She didn't want to do any of the work. She just wanted to take. Fuck out of here. Take from a generous person who busted their ass their whole fucking life. This is why this was left to you. Because whomever left this to you knew that you're a hard worker and you deserved it. It was their dying wish on their deathbed was for you to get this. And this lazy bitch didn't want to go out and do anything for herself. She just wanted to steal, do magic and everything else, and unalive people. Now she's paying the ultimate consequence. And under heavy fucking judgment for this. She was trying to freeze you and everything else, doing freezer spells, doing death magic and everything else. Now they're under judgment for this. 36 is definitely significant. 36, 36, and 3, this is a 9, but it's upside down, so it's like a 6 again, 36 again. Maybe this was supposed to come to you at 36 years old. At 35 or 36, maybe. Is she trying to steal this shit? Somebody might be getting 36 years. There's another 3. You're an Empress, very creative, very fertile, very loving, and very nurturing. Whatever you're doing with your creativity, your fertility, you know, it just keeps showing up, okay? It's going to be prosperous, right? Keep your eyes on your goals, because your goals are leading you perfect, like, you know. Damn. Yeah, she's getting through some sort of, they're all getting, anybody involved in this situation, you know, you made it through all the physical, mental, emotional, and or spiritual ass whoopings, and you made it through. She's hoping that if she goes turns herself in, that she's going to be able to make it through, because she's getting an ass whooping of a lifetime, and she was very lazy. This is on the fence, okay? This is telling me to take both sides of it. This the 8 of Pentacles. That means that she's a lazy bitch, just like we just said. She didn't want to work for shit, but she also left a lot of evidence behind. You're a hard worker. I want to focus on you. You worked super hard to make it through, okay? They worked super hard to try to put you in prison. They were very lazy. They left a lot of they paid a lot of people to do this and everything else. These people that work together with this bitch, and then sorry, I'm just gonna say what it is, okay? Somebody has to stick up for you, and I'm gonna be that fucking person to stick up for you. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10, 10 again, another 10, 10, another 10, 10. We can keep doing that all day. But yeah, you know what I mean? We have 3, 6, 9. You're manifesting this, okay? And we have 3, 6, 9. But yeah, they left a lot of evidence behind. Double Virgo here. There's another Virgo somewhere. Right here. Virgo. Sagittarius could be significant. But what do you call it? They left a lot of evidence behind. Something about online too, or something on the phone, or maybe something on social media. I'm seeing like like a group chat, or like an app that they were using that they thought was encrypted, that they can't see, but they didn't realize their devices were hacked, their devices are cloned, right? So they can see everything that they're doing. It doesn't matter if you're in a cryptid, it doesn't matter. And either way, anything on a phone or internet, you can the authorities can still get into anything. There's also something here about an undercover cop or undercover law enforcement, CIA. I'm picking up on CIA or ATF or FBI or something, Homeland Security or something like that. That there's an undercover here that's been deep undercover for quite some time, and they they gave this group that's part of this group, that's pretty high up in this group, okay? They gave this group an app. It was supposed to be an encrypted app. It's something different. It's like WhatsApp, but it's not called that. And it was supposedly like the most powerful, most encrypted thing. No, it was actually 1,000,000% a federal agent app. It was literally connected directly to the feds. And it was because this person was undercover, but this person that's undercover was like, yeah, this is use this app because nobody can get into it. No, it's linked directly to the authorities, and it's actually spyware as well. Idiots. Yeah, keep your eyes on the goals because you're getting there, right? Their goals they work super hard to get you locked the fuck up, and so that they can steal from you.